popped a cap, released the magic smoke, and now it's garbage. This Chia miner tried to burn down my house today. I don't know how, something broke. So my day started off like any other day, got up, got ready for the day, came downstairs to start working, and as soon as I opened the basement door, hit in the face with that burned electronic smell. You know that smell. And there's like a haze over everything. Of course, I come around and start unplugging shit, and I think it's all of these BitAx units or something like that. I check all the things, everything seems fine. I noticed the little LED on the front of this is not on. And I touch it and it is burning hot. Unplugged everything, of course, checked the power brick. I thought maybe something broke in the power brick itself, because I mean, what's in here? Just a Raspberry Pi, right? There's got to be more than that. Super aggravating that this stupid machine that doesn't even make anything fucking crapped out and tried to kill me and my family. Fucker. Let's open it up and see what the fuck is inside and what happened. How the hell do I open this thing? Unless maybe there's screws under the rubber feet. There are. So if you take off the rubber feet, there's little screw holes in there. I was just gonna rip it open. Not like I'm gonna turn it back on. All right, let's try this again. Ooh, I can smell it. This is what's on the inside of these. We've got a Raspberry Pi here. I have a feeling this is what broke or burned up. Is this a voltage regulator? 12 to 24 volt DC input, 5 volt DC output. That is most definitely the stinky culprit. Oh yeah. All right, so on these type of components, what essentially it is diodes, resistors, capacitors, whatever in here put in line and then filled with this material that hardens like a plastic. Obviously it needs to take a 12 volt DC input and turn it to a 5 volt DC output. I don't know if there's a capacitor in here, but it most definitely popped. Look at that. It is melted plastic, that there. It cracked the side and some of that black goop came out, and then the top is kind of bubbled too. You can see that. So essentially it let out the magic smoke. So if you have one of these, throw the fucker in the trash. I'm just kidding. Maybe it was where I had it and it didn't have enough air on the sides. I mean, there was no fan on this or anything. It's just sitting there baking. Let me get the Raspberry Pi off. Why would you need that? It just takes a 5 volt, sell it with a fucking 5 volt plug. Why do you need a 12 volt to 5 volt conversion when they make 5 volt USB-C direct plugs? You're adding unnecessary components. More points of failure. Maybe it was cheaper to put this with that plug in this kit than buying a USB 5 volt native plug. Even if you kept the same design, you could just do an extension to go 5 volt to 5 volt. There's no step down. That does explain why this thing was burning freaking hot. As we unplug the Raspberry Pi here, we can see it's just got a heat sink on it. The fan is actually sitting on posts on the inside of the chassis. That just comes right off. The Pi didn't get hot. That's your fucking Evergreen Miner right there. And it's just a plain old Raspberry Pi. I think it's a Pi 4 too. Model B, I don't know. But hey, I got me a fucking Raspberry Pi out of it. I'm not gonna put this back together. I'm not gonna use this again. One, it's not profitable at all. It doesn't make shit in the way of Chia. You don't get a choice in pools to use it on, and you don't get a choice to solo mine with it, which was my intention. So fuck that. I'll just do something else with this guy. I was more than willing and happy to just let this thing ride. It wasn't making but fractions of a pennies a day, or a couple of cents a day, if that. Fractions of a Chia. I guess be careful is the message here. It happened to me, it can happen to you, and it could have been worse. I think it just popped. If there's capacitors in this thing, popped a cap, released the magic smoke, and now it's garbage. Has anybody else dealt with an issue like this where your Chia miner craps out, pops, and starts smoking and stops working and smells horrible? Leave a comment down below if something like this has happened to you or worse. If you made it this far in the video and you learned something today, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. This is the kind of video you like to watch. Consider subscribing for more like it. Hopefully there won't be more like it. I don't like when things burn up and break. And of course, thanks for watching.